Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's episode 284 of the Audible Farm Podcast, and this episode is brought to you by the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association. The Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association is all about supporting and connecting local artists, musicians, and creators right here in north central Iowa. Head over to fdfineartsassociation.org to find their community calendar packed with upcoming concerts, art shows, theater events, and more. While you're there, check out their podcast, FDT. It's available wherever you listen to podcasts. That's the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association, celebrating creativity and community in the Fort Dodge area. This week I'm sitting down with Scott Kirkhart. He's been on the podcast before, so go back and listen to some of those older episodes. He's been on the podcast kind of frequently, but this is the first time this year. So it's good to have him back on the podcast. We talk about a lot of different stuff in this episode. It's kind of wild. Upcoming writers round, some recent shows, upcoming events that he's got, kind of just everything he's got cooking. All the guitars he gave away with Broken Strings recently, just lots of good stuff. This is also another one. I kind of went into this one. I was like, I'm just going to bounce weird ideas off of him if I can. And, it turned out to be a pretty good conversation. We eventually just sidetracked over into like new topics over and over and over again. That's what's kind of fun about podcasting. So I hope you guys enjoy this episode. It's 284 with Scott Kirkhart.
It's the Audible Farm Podcast with your host, Peter Stockdale.
Okay, hey, we're sitting down with the Scott Kirkhart, everybody's buddy.
What's up?
It's your first time on the podcast in 2026.
2026.
Yeah, okay. So we got you. It's pretty fun. I like having you on the podcast. I always think of you as somebody I can bounce ideas off of, no matter how kind of like loony they might be, and you will at least entertain the fact that I'm saying it. So,
sure.
So this podcast, I do have some weird like existential questions to ask you about music, but we'll see if I remember them by the end of the podcast. Let's start off with we were actually singing some Pink Floyd earlier.
We were
just kind of goofing off.
One of my all-time favorite bands.
Awesome stuff. I remember like growing up and like just being like, I don't get Pink Floyd, and then like one day, it always sounds like the cheesiest thing ever. You go see Laser Floyd or something, or whatever it is. But like mine was literally somebody was just like, turn off all the lights and they put on a Pink Floyd record and they were just like, just listen to the first side of this album. And like when you're sitting there and it's like pretty much almost in a dark room, you're just like, oh wow, this is pretty wild.
That's it messes with your senses. When you turn all the outside noise off, and then your senses, they start picking up on more things, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got your visual, and that your eyesight with the way the darkness is and stuff like that enhances your ears and your smell.
You know, it's almost like it was like a crude like deprivation tank in a way.
Yeah,
that's wild. Like I didn't even think about that. Oh man, we were way ahead of our curve.
Way ahead of their time.
Yeah,
I mean they really were.
That's pretty wild stuff, though. I remember also watching like, oh cool,
there goes Danny.
There it is. Yeah, we've got somebody in the other room watching a basketball game, so that's pretty awesome. That's gonna be fun.
This is gonna be fun.
Yes. So if you hear that's Tammy. I don't know. Yeah, good stuff. So I did see something recently. You're gonna be doing a like writers round. Correct, with
Correct.
Fort Dodge Fine Arts is like helping doing something with that?
The Fort Dodge Fine Arts and the Midwest Country Music Organization are teaming up. I'm going to host it. We're doing a writer's round at the historic Phillips Middle School.
Oh, the auditorium.
That's
awesome. That's such a cool auditorium.
I didn't, I've never been in there before, so it was kind of cool. I met Shelly there one day, and all of a sudden I was like, wow, this is like the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville. I mean, it's just with the balcony and all that stuff. It's really, really cool.
That's so funny. I don't know if we'll be able to hear that on the microphone.
We'll be all right.
But yeah, that's really cool. Do you know who all was going to be on that?
Right now I have Corey Waller, Danny Grouse, Jake Black or Blake Jack.
Okay.
He's from Des Moines. Okay. Danny Grouse is from Ames.
Yeah, I think I've met him a couple times. I've got him on Facebook for sure.
I wanted Kenny Falls. She was fantastic. We did another writers round over at Stratford this weekend, and I've never heard her sing before. She was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
I mean, absolutely blew my mind. Her voice and the high vibrato. I wanted her, but she's playing in Iowa City. Jesse Wilson, myself, and some others that I'm working on yet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so we're teaming up with Midwest CMO, and I can reach out to Minnesota guys in the Minnesota area and Wisconsin area and see if they want to come down. So that's what we're working on. April 10th.
April 10th.
Friday night, April 10th.
Sweet. So clear out those calendars already because
Shelly's going to do a free will donation at the door.
Okay.
And then all proceeds will go to Fine Arts, Fort Dodge Fine Arts.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Pretty cool.
We are actually a Fort Dodge Fine Arts member. So thumbs
Awesome.
up. Way to go, Fort Dodge Fine Arts. Man, that's super cool. What gave you the idea to do that? Or was it like a joint effort? Where
Well, it was kind of a joint effort. Well, that was funny. We gave away 30 guitars for Broken Strings. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because it was like a week or two, maybe before that we gave them away. Shelly messaged me. She's like, hey, I got a great idea. How about we like give a bunch of guitars away and do like a writer's round?
Okay.
And, for Broken Strings. And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. And I sent her the poster. She goes, oh, I see you already got it done. And I said, well, we can do one here in Fort Dodge. She goes, I got the perfect place. And I said, okay, well, let's do it. So I met her, and here we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It'll be fun. That's funnier for us. I don't know if will they hear it.
I don't know. Hopefully you guys can hear that. If not, if you hear us just randomly laughing.
Tammy's watching the Iowa State game. So,
oh man, yeah, that's really cool. And like giving it all back to an organization that essentially just gives it all back to the community. Anyways,
not only that, but they help us with, Ober, everything I've ever done except by Broken Strings. He's always there. Mm-hmm. He always volunteers his time.
Yep.
So if we can work hand in hand together and do certain things like that together, let's do it. That's what it's all about, right?
Yeah. I mean, he knows what it's all Ober. He knows what it's all about. He has. I don't want to say it's not his own nonprofit, but he has a nonprofit.
Reforge,
Reforge.
Yep.
So
and we help them out too. Broken Strings help them out.
Yeah.
We try to every year we donate $500 back to them guys. Mm-hmm. And that's our thanks. Let's do that. And keep it going. So
absolutely, yeah. And I mean, I was like, I like going to those kind of things. You know, I always feel like, oh, what's my contribution of $20 going to do? But
it does a lot.
Honestly, if everybody did it, it'd be whatever. That's one of those things. If everybody gave $1, we would whatever. But it actually matters.
We've had some corporate sponsors, obviously, for Broken Strings, but. It's been mostly funded on just private single donations from certain people. Mm-hmm. And that's pretty incredible, really.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're living off of that, thriving off of that. So that's what makes it go around.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, joining it all up with Broken Strings. That's really kind of cool.
Yeah.
So what was the event that you guys recently had? You gave away a whole bunch of guitars. So let's talk about that.
The 12 days before Christmas, we gave away 30 guitars.
Oh, wow.
In one night.
How did that go?
The roads were absolutely horrible that night. They were awful.
Of course.
But we did.
But you have to be present to get the guitar.
You had to be present to get the guitar.
And guess what? If you didn't get it, they threw it in a pile. And no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
You will get them anyway. There was 27 kids that showed up.
Wow.
2 of them legitimately couldn't make it because of the weather.
Yep.
And the other one was sick.
Came
out sick. We're going to get their guitars to them.
So everybody came. Basically, everybody came.
But we gave 3 guitars away to the guitar class. Storm Lake has a guitar class.
Cool.
And so we gave 3 guitars to her guitar class, from Broken Strings. Hey, thanks for what you're doing. And so we gave away 30 guitars on that night.
Awesome.
So that was our goal that night. Yeah, it was fun.
That's really cool.
Then it was a great night of music,
Yeah, there was a string of weekends there where it didn't matter what the weekend was. It was bad weather.
Terrible.
It was like 4 Saturdays in a row
it was
or something
awful.
like that. It was I drove to one show in Okoboji. I played a show with Jesse. I can't remember, we were driving back or we were
in the
talking
middle of a blizzard you guys drove up. Yeah.
Maybe we were there and you had called him and you were just you're in Okoboji? And it's we were there.
I'm home, man. I didn't go anywhere. What are you guys doing out?
Well, it was crazy because I left town and I was it's pretty bad. But then by the time I was I don't know. It was either turn around now and it's just it's going to be bad on the way back, or you can just get there and hope that the weather's past you on the way back.
We did have some really, really shitty weekends.
Yeah, it was wild. So hats off to anybody that ever went to any of those shows. But also, like, I don't fault anyone for being like, I don't want to drive in this.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't either. I did that for 20 years for FedEx, man. Every day we were out, right?
Yeah, you basically didn't have a choice, you know?
There was a few times during winter when we'd have a day off, but not many.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, like, I don't know. It was that jam night. Did you go to that jam night?
No, I did not.
You missed that one that was in Fort Dodge. So, like, this would have been last month in December's jam. Yep. So, like, I was supposed to be one of the house musicians. And I even, like, Ober even called, like, you going to make it? I'm like, yeah, I just drove home from Fort Dodge, like, 30 minutes ago. Oh. Like, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so, like, by the time I got all the stuff in my car and turned around and came back, I got like 5 miles outside of Humboldt somewhere, and I was like, I don't even know where I'm at.
Can't see anything.
Nope. So I literally just turned on my flashers and waited for cars to drive by, and I was like, oh, these guys are going back to Humboldt. I'll follow. There's 9 of them. I'll follow them all.
Turned around safe.
Yep.
Good
so
Lord.
I made it back home, but it was just like, holy cow. So that was after that. I was like, no, I'm never gonna fault anyone for, like, I'm saying, like, I can't make it there because of the weather.
All.
You know,
I mean,
when it's bad, it's bad, man.
Some nights though, if you're like in a small town, say I go uptown to play or something, you know, and it's a blizzard. Mm-hmm. Those are the biggest town nights there are.
Yeah.
It's like everybody, get your snowmobile out, get your four-wheeler out, get your, you know, whatever they're driving, they're out. It's fun.
I feel like we've all played one of those shows too. Like, I've definitely played one of those shows at a small town, and I'm talking like population 400 or less town. And you go to this town and you're just at the only bar in town, and for some reason it is just wall to wall packed, and
There's
you're like,
a quarter of the people of the population inside that bar.
Yeah. And you're just like, what's everyone doing here? And they're just like, I don't know.
What else
like,
is there?
Did you know there was music? And they're like, nope. And it's like, okay, you know, this place is just like, there's literally people standing outside.
Small town.
It's awesome. So,
love it.
You know, sometimes when it happens, like,
I do.
That doesn't always happen. Like,
No, it don't. But when it does,
yeah,
those are the nights that all of a sudden, you know, Byron's old saying is, right? Live music only happens once.
Only happens once.
True story.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That Broken Strings, you know, giving out some stuff, and you know that, you know, despite the weather, still happened.
Yeah. It was a great night. It was a fun night. It was, and then it was weird because afterwards it was cold, but like everything cleared up. There was no ice on the road. It was just that was on the way home.
Yep.
So everybody got home safe.
Yeah, that's kind of like driving home from that Okoboji show. It was like 10% of what it was before.
Oh, yeah.
It really wasn't bad.
Weird.
But the only bad part was just like the plows hadn't hit the big drifts yet. So every now and then you'd be driving like, oh, there's a drift here. Like, oh, okay. Well, whatever, you know.
Wintertime.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
It's pretty wild, you know.
Load in suck, load out suck. It's cold.
But like somehow it's 55 on Christmas, you know, and it's like there's no snow on the ground anymore as we're recording
it's 50
this.
degrees out. It's almost 60. I literally had the garage door open today. I was just like, this is awesome.
That's wild. You know, I do recall a couple times it was pretty warm in, you know, Christmas time, but I don't really.
Yeah, it's usually cold.
Yeah, it's usually
snowy.
Yeah, usually if
weird
anything, you miss snow. Oh, here's something actually. It has nothing to do with almost anything, but it's so warm out that like the ground isn't frozen.
No.
And I realized that because I was driving. I live out on a farm, but I was driving like my car out to like a shed out back, and I almost got stuck. And I was
mud.
Yeah, I'm stuck in the mud almost. And it's like, well, it's January. I got stuck in the mud in Iowa. It just doesn't.
Yeah, that's weird.
Does not compute. I don't know. Just kind of weird.
Crazy weather we're having.
Yeah. Yep. So, though you do have that upcoming show is April 10th, right?
April 10th. That's the
writers'
writers' round with the Fort Dodge Fine Arts.
Okay.
And Midwest Country Music Organization.
Okay. All right.
Together.
Sweet. And then, are you doing Crash My Crater? I think there's actually Are you doing it this year?
Actually, yeah. We are opening for Aaron Lewis this summer.
Oh, cool.
And I'm excited about that.
Yeah. I don't want to just be like that guy, but I don't listen to country music. But if I know who it is,
you know who Aaron Lewis is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, okay.
You know, that man has defined himself twice. And there's not very many people that can do that in the music industry, right? I mean, he was a generational singer when he was with Stained, and then he reimagined himself and got back to his country roots where he was, where he came from, basically. And that's what he does. And that's the kind of show that he puts on, and I can't wait. I mean, it's awesome. It's going to be so cool. And he plays some of his old Stain stuff, from what I understand. There's only 3,500 tickets available.
Yeah. And
I have a feeling this one's going to sell out.
Oh, for sure.
This is the biggest one yet that Manson's ever done.
It's going to be wild. I think about him, and I think about how, like, country is kind of like just like bled into everything.
Yeah.
It's like it's a part of like culture now.
Right now?
More than ever. It's like not even really like the fact that it's kind of like pro wrestlers back in the 90s. It's like It's like even when you watch the show, it was like there's 7 minutes of them actually in the ring wrestling. This is just a show about guys at an arena where there's a wrestling ring present. And that's kind of like what country is. It's just like this guy will have a guitar in his hands at some point in the show, but it's only going to be like this much of it, and the rest of it's just him goofing around.
It doesn't matter who you are either. I mean, Kenny Chesney is huge.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now he came out with a brand new book. And I'm not a big Kenny Chesney fan. I love his music, but I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I've always been that way, and I don't know why. Yeah. I love his songs.
I understand that feeling.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I love his vibe.
Okay.
Like, with the whole beach, and stuff. That's just like the Jimmy Buffett vibe.
I was thinking, yeah.
My favorite person of all time that is like a mentor, right? Mm-hmm. And some of the way his music, Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
I've always been a Sammy Hagar fan.
Yep.
And the way he goes to, and starts a tequila company in Cabo Wabo, in Cabo San Lucas and all that stuff. And it's just a vibe, but he's still a rocker at heart. And he goes and rocks and plays music with everybody.
Yep.
He goes out. He's just friends with everybody. That's kind of a cool dude right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have some of that in you?
Yeah, some of it. Yeah, for sure.
Nice. I would say so.
I'm a short flip-flop guy, man. I want to, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's get up. Let's just jam. And I want to jam with all my friends.
All right, this is going to be nonsense, but like if you could create your own alcohol brand, like what kind of alcohol would you choose? So like, you got tequila for, whatever, but like everybody's got their own, rums.
I would do a whiskey because I'm a whiskey guy.
Okay. All right. Whiskey. All
right. Tequila would be cool, but I'm not much of a tequila fan.
I like tequila.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't know. Like it was one of the ones I would drink, but also like I've said it before. Like I just don't really drink that much either. No. So like even if I have some, it's not like I'm gonna have 20 tequilas. I'll have one.
It's kind of a when in Rome type deal with me.
Yeah.
Like when I go on vacation, when we go to vacation in Mexico or something, it's like, oh, I want a shot of Don Julio. Every night with lime. Okay.
I mean, it's because you're there. Why not? It's kind of like
sure
same thing. Like I'll eat fish if I go somewhere near like a coastline. I'm just like I'm always eating fish. Why? Because it's right there. It's like right over there.
Right. Yeah.
I'll take some.
I'm the same way. When I go down to Florida, it's like grouper sandwiches, grouper tacos, and
Dude, I absolutely love fish. One of my favorite things. Like I was recently afforded the opportunity to go to Hawaii. Like within the last couple of years, and going down there, and it's just like seeing the fish down there. It was just like, oh, you caught this? And they're like, yeah, over there. And it's like, you're kidding.
That's awesome.
That does not make any sense.
I've done that. We did that. We went out and did I caught a wahoo, a 5.5 foot wahoo off the coast of Mexico.
Yep.
And then we brought it back and they cut it up. Mm-hmm. And we were with a group of like 12. And I fed the whole group. We brought it to a restaurant and the guy cooked it 4 different ways for us. Wow. And we had tequila and we had fresh fish out of the ocean that night.
That's
and
crazy.
Margaritas. Oh man, it was a hoot.
Oh, that's
insane. The kind of like I love that vibe, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like I want all my friends to come over and let's have a big feast.
Yeah,
that would be fun. And then at the end, let's play some music too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
dude, for sure.
That's what I want. If we could find a place like that, like all the time, that would be cool. Even in Fort Dodge, I think that would be pretty cool.
All right.
I'm not saying trying to put a bug in anybody's ear or anything. I swear, but that's just been like, how cool would that be?
It would be pretty fun. I don't know. I think about this. This is that weird existential thing. I was thinking about this driving over here. Like, there are points in my life now where I'm like finally getting to an age where like I'm feeling my age finally for like one of the first times I, like it's just like I am getting a little bit older, and stuff like that. And you start to like look back at some people and some things. You're like, oh man, I remember being this age, and then you're like, oh, that means I'm much farther past that age, And there's a line somewhere in the sand that got drawn,
Hey,
so
buddy,
like,
I get it. I turned 50 this year, and that's a milestone. The good Lord willing, I make it to April.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you never know what could happen.
Did you say you turned 50
I
this year?
turned 50.
Okay.
I will turn 50.
I was gonna say, if I missed it already, then
No.
I was gonna say.
I will turn 50, and that's what, I've been writing a lot. I've been wanting to put out an EP this year with like 6 brand new songs that are coming out. And I'm 50 years old, I Ain't Dead Yet. That's one song, right? That we put out.
Yeah,
you were in it, the video with me.
Yeah, you recently put a little reel teaser out.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, I am getting old. But man, I'm having fun. And going back to Sammy Hagar, right?
Yeah.
His New Year's, he did this New Year's, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, everybody. I want to wish everybody Happy New Year. He says, this year I'm going to make a resolution, blah, blah, blah. And he says, this year I'm going to continue doing exactly what I've been doing last year. I'm going to probably sleep in a little bit. I'm probably going to drink a little bit. Probably going to hang out with friends. But every time we go out is like a New Year's Eve to us. So it's a blessing to have that kind of thing, right? I mean, every time we play, it's a celebration of something.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Absolutely.
That's a cool way to look at it. We're pretty blessed to be able to do what we're doing, and you know what I mean? And that's kind of what he is. And it's like, I'm like, I feel it. I feel you, dude. That's awesome.
Honestly, I bet that's probably like the secret to living a good life is just being happy. Honestly,
Be happy.
Yeah. It's not always easy to be happy.
No, it's not.
I will say that. Do you ever? Okay, now we're just sidebarring over and over again. But do you ever feel not happy with music sometimes? Whether that be with like your own talents or just the way things seem to be going or not going your way at certain times. Like you ever start playing some shows and you're like, man, I'm struggling, or something's just not right, or like I feel like I'm in a rut, or like, do you ever have any of those?
Oh yeah, ruts are a big thing.
Yeah,
I mean that's an obstacle that you have to learn how to adapt from. There's times where I'm like, how does one stay relevant in a music scene? I mean, look at some of these guys. Look at some of these amazing bands that are out there. How did they stay relevant after all these? They continue to put good music out.
I would say it's tougher in the modern era than it was
back then,
even as far back as like 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
But like you also have the looking glass of going backwards, of saying like, well, yeah, some of the people 2 or 3 years ago, like maybe they're not, as famous, but like if you fast forward 10 years, who's to say they might not be, so
that's just it. They're not famous, but it takes one thing, right? And then all of a sudden, they're back into the play again. I mean, that is happening all over the country.
Yeah.
Right now.
So like there's no monoculture anymore.
No.
That's what I like. Somebody had heard say this, like back in the day, it was like everybody knew what movies came out.
Yeah.
Everybody knew what albums were coming out. Everybody knew what was on TV. We've all seen. Everybody saw all the sitcoms. It's just like what happened, And nowadays there's none of that. There's so much stuff being produced that not everybody knows everybody, and sometimes there's situations where you just like, I don't know. It's funny when you're just like, I have no clue who this is, and then you look them up and you're like, 14 million followers. Like, what am I doing wrong? And it's like I'm detached from what's important, but at the same time, it's like it's a different thing, though. It's a different, like, that's where I think fame should be measured differently now.
Things are about you. You're right. How many followers this guy got, right?
Yeah. Plus, like, people back in the day, it was like with that cultural thing where everybody knew. I'm just going to throw out random names. Everybody knew Hulk Hogan, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's weird because I can say like Stone Cold Steve Austin, and sometimes people are like, I don't know who that is.
What?
It happens.
Oh, really?
It happens.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Even though he was on TV and stuff like,
and had shows afterwards,
post wrestling. Yeah. He was in movies.
Yeah.
Post wrestling. But like there are times where like that happens. You can go like, John Cena. There are times where people are just
yeah.
like, I don't know who John Cena is, but
That's crazy.
But at the same time, it's like it's not the same as it
Rock,
used to be.
you know,
Rock.
there's another one.
That's one
he
that
came back.
He
right?
transcended well enough. I think everybody knows The Rock, but like, there's weird stuff. Like if you were just like Triple H, like people don't know the hell Triple H.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
which is like wild because he's like. You know, he was considered like the biggest
superstar.
Yeah, biggest deal.
Yeah.
He made himself the biggest deal, you know, for a
he
long
did too.
or whatever. But like, you know,
well, we're talking wrestling. I don't even get to watch wrestling anymore. Hardly. Like I don't. What's it on anymore?
I don't know.
I mean, what is it on Netflix? Is it on
Netflix? But also like. Not, I don't know.
There's so many things that they're streaming, and that's a whole money. That's all pure money, right? But there's so many things that it's like, oh no,
dude. I go through waves where it's like I'll only have Hulu and only the cheapest one with ads, and then eventually you're just like I will never watch another ad in my life, and then it's like, well, and then I'll get Netflix.
$200 later, you got all these things streaming,
and I still don't even have them all.
No.
And then some of them, when you like subscribe to them and you go to like watch it, it's like this is behind a paywall, and it's like
true story.
And now I have to pay more money even though I'm paying you money, like.
And I feel sorry for like my dad's 85 years old, right?
Yeah.
And your dad, all he wants to do is watch the Iowa Hawkeyes, but it's on Peacock. Mm-hmm. But Dad doesn't even know what Peacock is. He has cable from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He just turns the channels.
Yep.
He's like, I don't know what any of that stuff is. I said, well, you can always come over to our house and, watch it, of course. But he's like, well, I'm not going to come over till 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night to watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
but
I get
it. So he's stuck listening to AM radio 1040 WHO.
That's wild.
Right.
You know, my dad's he's not quite 80, basically 80 though. So like he's figured some of the stuff out, which is weird because he'll like find like all sorts of stuff to watch online. He's like, you ever seen this show? It's like, where'd you find that? And it's just, or like he'll like find it on YouTube and he's just like, hey, check out, like this is a show from the 70s that I like used to watch or whatever. And
yep.
You're just like, okay, cool, but like there are some things where he's just like, I'm not doing that, and some of that is like the Netflix stuff, which is just like, if you can figure out YouTube,
you can figure out Netflix.
Certainly figure out Netflix.
Right.
It's way easier.
It's weird how technology has really just surpassed us, even in a point, right? I mean,
yeah. I mean, there's some things even still. I'm just like,
you want to go to gear stuff, and you know what I mean. To start look at some of the recording stuff, and look at what they're doing anymore,
dude. Yeah, some of the gear stuff, like the all digital stuff, is just absolutely insane,
unreal.
Like I am so intrigued by it, and I absolutely love it. Nothing's cooler than a band that just like rolls up with a rack, and they just unhinge the front and back, and then everyone takes out in-ear monitors, and then they get like a direct out and just plug in their little modeler to it, and they're like, here we go.
Yeah, we're ready.
Yep. And it's like, what? They're like, that's cool. Like that is really cool.
It is neat.
Yeah.
And it saves a lot of time.
Yeah. Especially if you like get everything set up the way you want it. And
well,
stuff.
Even when they do sound checks, they don't even need the lead singer there anymore.
Yeah.
It's all right. Backing tracks that are set at his vocal level and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
there's an art to all that stuff, but even that, it's like, there's a lot of that stuff where like I got into it I dipped my toe into it just enough to like tinker with it, and I'm like, ooh, this is a beast. I gotta back out of this one, because I went through that whole like gear acquisition syndrome, I used to call it, where like, oh no, something good or bad happened.
I heard that.
But like I was, for a while, it's just like, I need literally like 6 different tube screamers, and they're all different, but they're all, and I was that guy for a while, and I eventually like got rid of a bunch of pedals and stuff, but like I did it with amps and stuff, and like I still have too many of them, and I'm to the point where I'm still buying amps that I don't really need.
Right, well.
I've done it with guitars, and I keep going online. I'm like, I'm gonna buy this, then I'm like, I don't need it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna buy it, and then, I don't know, but like now I'm just like, I've finally found this weird line where I'm not pulling the trigger nearly as easily.
You're just happy with what you have.
I think that's what it is, because
the sound, the tone.
Well, I used to always like, I'm going to put this pedal in there, and then I'll try this pedal. And then eventually I just found stuff where like when I was gigging, I'm like, this stuff always works. And it's always this.
They're using those Fender pedals and stuff that they're making now. Mm-hmm. They're like $1,800 or whatever. And it's got every amp, every Fender amp you'd want, every stomp box that on it is in it that you would ever want. And it's sitting right there. It's got a loop station. And these guys are using those instead of an amplifier, pulling right into it.
Yep.
And they got everything you'd ever want. And they sound pretty killer.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I will say that. But like, I also will say it's different. It's just
not the same.
It's just different. I don't know, like I like analogies and I don't know what the right analogy is, but it's just like somebody being like, oh, this is a soft shell taco rolled into a circle, not a burrito. And now I'm mad. And it's like, but this is basically the same thing.
Right.
You can't, it's the exact same components.
This isn't Taco Tico,
You know,
but this is Tasty Tacos, right?
Yeah, this is Taco Bell, Taco John, whatever. Like it's one of those things where it's like, this is close enough to the same exact thing. This isn't just like somebody said like, I want a pizza and they gave you like a hoagie. It's not that different. It used to be pretty wildly different.
But technology has come that far. I mean,
one of my favorite things is to see old pieces of gear that people always used to like turn their nose up at, and then like somebody's for some reason just got it on their board,
and now they're sought after.
Yeah,
right.
It's like, all right, whatever.
You got a what?
Yeah, dude. One of my favorites was nowadays like people. I've seen them. I don't know. I feel this way about all gear. If people don't like it, it's misunderstood. Even though now people are making goofy stuff that's just supposed to be, stupid, like the fart stomp box, or like whatever. There's like
I did see that.
Yeah, there's like cat meow wah pedals and stuff, or whatever, envelope filters. But like, I feel like a lot of the pedals that people didn't like back in the day are just misunderstood, and then eventually people are like, actually, nobody was using this correctly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
They're doing that with, and not just music gear, but content creation. I mean, I ordered wireless microphones off the TikTok shop.
Okay.
For $57.
Yeah.
And my buddy Josh Mason's got some too.
Mm-hmm.
You clip it to your hat, right? And the bottom plugs into your phone.
Yep.
So when you're creating content, then you have good quality sound. And they sound really good.
Yeah.
Wow. Where did you know what I mean? Look at the gimbals now that used to be like $500 and stuff.
Yep.
Now they're like, $79.99 or something like that. And they work great.
They work really well. Also, what works as a gimbal is a chicken. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
With their heads?
Yeah, their
heads. Yeah.
There's somebody already did it online, but like if you go look it up, somebody did the chicken gimbal, and they found that it was actually, if not as accurate or more accurate than like at the time the gimbals that existed. And it's like, you could just
chicken head. That's what a chicken does.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. But they were even showing like if you moved it around and stuff. Like the guy was like riding around on a bike with it, like a chicken on his head.
What?
Yeah, I mean, like just.
Is this on a TikTok video?
I swear it's it's a YouTube something.
Probably a reel.
Yeah, I don't know. That's where I had initially seen it, which is, dude. How do you feel about that? Like as a musician now, you're actually a content creator. I mean, like.
I get paid to create content.
You do, actually.
I do.
Yes. But at the same time, like...
I'm not getting rich, let me tell you that.
No. But, like... How do you feel about it? Like, there's pros and cons. I get it. Like, you're to a point, and I'm not trying to say, like, you're famous or whatever, but, like, if you go play somewhere and you make a couple posts, people will see it, and there will be people at the venue.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, that's it works well, like it's in your
got
favor.
Its place. I will say it has its place. My biggest thing is, and I learned that from the Midwest CMO, the classes that we took before Ari Hemestead. I think I might have told you that one other time. They're the ones that how to make it in this music business book or whatever. Mm-hmm. And he was great seminar that he put on. And he says that, it's not about posting anymore like it used to be. Mm-hmm. That's how much it's changed. You post this and post a picture here, along with, some words and people read it.
Yep.
People like that. But now they want to create moments.
Yep.
Right. So now you're creating a moment by making a video and including everybody.
Yep.
So I'm trying to get better at that. And I don't like being on hard. I like to talk, but I don't like being on camera. I get nervous.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. There's a part of me that gets nervous when I'm on camera, but at the same time, like,
what do I do with my hands?
I'm on so many podcasts and so much stuff now that it just, I don't know. It just kind of, I'm not. There's enough AI out there. Somebody could ruin my life.
When you have an OnlyFans, this is what happens. Check out Peter Stockdale, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know. See if you can find. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Just go look for it. It's out there somewhere. The link flashes at the bottom. Hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. That derailed the conversation.
Yeah, it did.
Quick.
Sorry.
I don't know. I don't know what we were talking about.
Well, just about content creation.
Creating content. That's correct. Yeah, I got to make a reel for something, and I got to make a thing for something else.
Yeah.
I got to make a post for these shows, and like, There is merit to it because it's like, well, if you weren't doing that, you would have to literally go out and like
hang posters,
verbally tell people, or hang posters.
Remember the old hanging posters on the telephone pole thing?
I've seen an argument that says hanging posters and or posting flyers, which they used to be under, like that actually works now better than it used to.
Yeah.
It's like coming back because nobody ever sees it anymore.
Right.
So like if you actually...
So all of a sudden you're walking down the street and you see a poster on a telephone pole, you're going to walk up to it, right? Because what is that?
What the heck? Who is actually hanging a poster up here?
That's why we hang stickers over all the poles,
dude,
right?
I absolutely love the sticker thing. I'm so glad you're in on it with me because there's times I'll go places where it's like, well, Scott's got a sticker here. I'll put one up, or like, or vice versa.
I see yours and I'm like, fair, I'll run out to the van quick.
Game.
And, fair game.
Yep. I feel like that's the funny thing. Usually I won't put one up unless I see somebody else has one, or if I know it's innocuous enough where nobody will care, But,
now I'm trying to hide them like inconspicuously, right? Mm-hmm. Like I want it way up high that nobody else can, but I know somebody will look up there and see it, right?
Absolutely.
And it's probably you that will look up there and see that, or Jesse. Yep. Or or anybody like that, Lee Klatt, Clint Riedel, anything,
I hope something good or bad.
I hope so too. I don't know what's happening.
Oh man, one of my favorite things to do also is like Easter egg it for like another musician. So if you're on stage, it's not like you're sticking it on stage or like. There's a few places I've been where the monitors have stickers, and it's just like I'm gonna find a way to get this on a place where the person playing music's gonna see it, and they're gonna be like, I have to look at this guy's sticker up here the whole time or whatever.
That's kind of like mine, still in the urinal at Barnum.
Mine is not there.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, mine's not there. Somebody took mine out.
Maybe yours wore out.
No, I hope not. I highly doubt it did, but it's gone either way.
So they're all peeing on the SK logo.
Yep, now they're peeing on you.
Everybody looks at it though.
Yes.
I still to this day get Snapchats all the time from random people of them peeing on my logo in the urinal.
Dude, I feel like stickers are one of my favorite forms of promotion. So like this kind of brings me back to like I was talking to somebody about this, and it's like a street promotion. They used to have it like people used to have street teams, and the street team was basically like, if you send me like as the musician like $30, I will send you in return like a package of stuff that's basically just like promotional material.
Yeah.
But you can have it now and do whatever you want with it. And it was usually like a lot of stickers and posters and things
Lots
like that.
of stickers.
A lot of that kind of stuff. Or like now it's kind of like a fan club. It basically was like something like that.
Yeah.
But it was a nice way for you to go out and be like, oh, I'm going to promote all this stuff. Which is one reason I've always had stickers. It's always been something like
what they're stickers are great, and not only just like musicians are doing it, but like the Redneck Limo, they have their own stickers now. They're about like this long,
okay,
and it's the picture of the drawn picture of the Redneck Limo. Is what it is.
Okay,
it's so cool. And there are guys like, we put that on your guitar case. I'm like, sure, man.
That's hilarious.
Just stuff like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Stickers.
Yeah, stickers are always really. I don't know.
Thought.
I absolutely love seeing them. Like up at Tapped in Clear Lake, it's just like I remember the first couple times playing there. There's no stickers, and then it was like I think maybe you had one there, and then Jesse's like, I'll put one here, and then before you know it, this whole pole has stickers all over it. There's actually a place like in Fort Dodge where there's a pole downtown that has like 4 or 5 stickers.
Is that by the Eagles?
By the Eagles, yeah. But like I remember I walked by there, I was just like, I'm gonna put mine. Boink, way up. I
started by Old Goodies too. There's one up top there too.
Cool.
So
yeah.
Hint.
Yeah. My other thing is like I love giving them out because you don't know where someone else is going to stick it though either.
Right. No. Yeah, I know.
Have you ever gotten a Snapchat or like seen one in a place where you're like, I didn't put that there, and that's hilarious?
Yes, I have.
Okay. What's a good one?
Well, the urinal one is. I didn't put it on there. Right.
Yep.
That's a famous one.
Yep.
Another one was Nashville at Printer's Alley.
Okay.
In the guy's bathroom at one of the bars there, my Rooster logo is on the mirror right next to Corey Waller's.
Oh wow!
Still to this day don't know who did it.
That's crazy.
It's still there because I still get Snapchats about it.
That's wild.
Yeah,
dude, that's super cool. I was trying to think of like the funniest ones I would see was like I'm not gonna say I'm pretty sure I know who it was, but they would put them on gas pumps. I'm not promoting this because you will get in trouble if you do this. Because this person did.
The gas
pretty
pump.
sure they got in trouble. Well, maybe not. I don't know. But like, they would put them there, and every now and then, one would stay there for like multiple days until somebody else would see it and Snapchat it to me.
Yeah.
And this is, I don't know. This is 6 or 7 years ago. So it was a while back, but it was funny to see.
You never got in trouble with it, though.
I never did.
Yeah.
But,
I don't think they care. They just peel them off.
Yeah, just peel it off. But it was pretty funny that, like, this person was just like, yeah, every time you give me a sticker, I'll just...
You see all those Biden or Joe or Trump stickers.
I
did this or whatever. I'm like,
it's way funny.
Okay. It was funnier the first time, right?
It's way funnier to see a picture of, like, some random, like, country dude's logo, and you're like, what the heck is this? And you try and, like, look it up. Like, that's way cooler to me than it, you know, like...
I seen a stick man humping the it. You know where it says "fuck it," basically.
No,
yeah, that was on a gas pump one time. I seen that. In fact, it was at the Buc-ee's gas pump south of Chattanooga, Tennessee, is where I seen it.
Oh, wow.
I remember that.
That's wild. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Sorry.
Are you going down to Tennessee when these guys go back down there?
Leave the 8th of February.
No, wild.
Yep.
What's the plan down there?
We're gonna do a riders round.
Cool.
A couple of them actually.
Sweet.
Hopefully meet with our team up and get together with Brad and Nikki Morgan and hang out with those guys. We're going to go down and see Matt and Cindy, and then we're going to go back and we are recording.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You're recording down there?
We're recording, down there at Cole Phillips is the producer.
Okay.
Jesse found him and was like, you want to try it? And I was like, sure, why not? Let's try it.
Yeah. I mean, got
we I think it's Yamaha Recording or Yamaha Studios is where we're going.
All right.
To record in the studio where they have studio time booked. So it's expensive. You know, we're always looking for sponsors or anything like that, you know, for sure. And we've got a few, which is great. We just got to keep that rolling. It helps. It's hard. I hate asking people for money, but doing the job that we do,
yeah.
I mean, you know, if you put an album out, it's $10,000 or more.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's expensive.
I mean, if you want to, I'm going to say, quote, I'm going to use this in air quotes. If you want to do it right, quote unquote, that's air quotes there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Not saying that people that spend less money than that, it's bad. I will say that because I've been parts of projects that have spent far less money.
Oh, yeah.
And it worked out fine.
And there's,
you know, but like,
there's some really good local producers that are working in our area, you know, Des Moines, even Vino, you know, and putting some stuff out.
Absolutely.
And that's cool. And nothing against those guys at all. They're busy and they're doing what they're doing, you know. We want to go to that. Just want to do it once, right? Let's put it out. Let's
go to the place where everyone goes and do the thing that everyone does.
Afterwards, like the recording stuff, and that's what they totally promote. And, you know, not only that, but they have 500,000 followers on their Facebook page. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they're going to start promoting and everything else.
Yeah,
that all plays a part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I've actually like seen things where like people that are like, oh, I'm actually like the producer on this, and what they're actually going to do is like help you finish the album and then do like the beginning of the promotion and especially like the registering your product so that way that if it get played on the radio,
they're
you actually get
with all that,
all that stuff, you know. And it's like the start of it, not all of it, but they're basically like, this is how you set it up.
This is how you do this,
and we can do this for you. And like a lot of times, it's again a fee.
There's a lot that but there's a lot that they do for you. Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, it's $2,200 a song, right? I mean, on an average, right? And that's also, I go there, we lay down the dummy track, you know, scratch track.
Yep.
And then you have a full Nashville band with all the Ron Lee Kings and all the Jeremy Obers and all the everybody, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And all of a sudden they're like, give us 45 minutes. And they go in there and boom, 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 boom. And next thing you know, here we go.
Yep.
And what do you think of this? We Nashvilled it up just a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's exactly it. You know what I mean? I mean, Cody Hicks did it with his album at Saxman Studios, and that album is incredible. The whole thing, production and everything. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this as the like. This is gonna sound crazy. So imagine like people that did comics. Sometimes they would have somebody that would be like, I'm writing the story. I'm telling a story over here. They would be like writing a story. It's like, I actually write the story, but somebody else does the art. And this is kind of like what it is. It's like, here's the story that we're telling, and this is how I want it told. And then they go and somebody else goes in and they're actually drawing in the squares.
Yeah,
and that's basically what's going on. You know, like you're filling in all the dialogue as you, all of the thought process behind what's going to be in the next square. That's you.
Yep.
And they're just the person that when you say, you know,
Yeah.
draw a thumbs up, they draw a thumbs up.
Yeah. What do you think of this? Maybe we should change the key a little bit and do it. Can you sing it like this?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. All of a sudden.
It's pretty wild though. Like to imagine being that good, and it's not that you know we aren't that good, but you imagine
We are. You know.
we're not that good. But
Well-
but imagine being so good where if somebody just like showed up and they're like, make this song, and you're like, all right, I'll be done in 45 minutes, and
Yeah.
like you and me and a handful of other dudes from around the area just go in the other room and
Yeah.
start cooking and come out with a meal for everyone.
We can. I mean, we have that kind of musicians around
I
here.
mean, we do, yeah.
But you have to get them all in one place at one time. You know what I mean? And that's the hard part around here.
that is true.
I mean,
Well, it's because everybody around here has a job and a life and
Right.
everything that, you know, like
they're not doing it. Yeah, right.
that's not their job.
Correct.
You know? I guess if it was their job, then
They're
Different
painting
story.
houses and raising a family, and, you know, on top of doing everything else. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's what, you know. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. It's just it's we could do that if we had the place. We just can't get them all together.
Yeah.
And I think if we had a really nice place, like okay, Junior's Motel.
yeah,
How cool of a place is that?
it's very cool.
Have you been there?
Absolutely.
I've never been there.
What?
I've never been there to look around. I've always wanted to go, and I never have. Well, I'm going, right? I got invited to go and check it out.
Okay, cool.
So I'm going to go check it out. And I know Kirk and all those guys. I know how fantastic, and I know the history of it and who's all played there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I've just never been in there myself. So
That's wild.
yeah, it's kind of weird.
I'm not going to say I've been in there a whole bunch, but I've been in there. I've probably been in there at least five times, which is like really cool. I mean, I've actually, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of story there, you know.
Oh, there's so much story
But
there.
I actually recorded an episode of this podcast in there once. If you go,
Oh, you did?
Yeah, if you go far enough back, there is one in there. So,
I'll be darned.
yeah,
That's cool.
pretty wild. But
Oh, so yeah, we have, but you know, I mean, Kirk's getting older. You know, does he want to do that all the time anymore?
Yeah.
Does he have a new producer that's going to continue? That's
yeah, but also he doesn't have like people living there where it's just like you just go in the other room and it's just like there's just a guy on disposal reading. He's reading a magazine. And you're like, hey, bass guy, you're up, and he just walks in the other room. He's
Right.
just like boop 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 boop. You know, like
literally
because
they
that's
come there all the time.
basically what those guys are. They're
Yeah.
just sitting in the studio.
They're session players.
Yeah,
Yep.
and
Hey, we got studio time booked. You guys available this? Yep, absolutely. We'll be there.
Yep.
And they're getting paid for it.
yeah,
And that's what we're paying for.
which is super funny because the concept is not too far away from like just like what if we just had a place where we all hung out and there's just also like piles of recording stuff available to anybody that wants to record at any given
Yes.
time. You know,
Could be.
that would be kind of fun.
might be something on the.
Well, I feel like there needs to be like a bar 2.0. There needs to be like that kind of a place I just described with a liquor license.
That would be cool.
You know, but people aren't going in there to get trashed.
No.
They're going in there. It's like, yeah, you can drink in here and hang out if you want to, because there's a place to hang out and just
Correct.
do whatever you want. But it's not. This isn't just a place to drink. There's stuff to do here. If you
Right.
wanna do
We're
stuff
working here. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah. This is our workplace.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, we could do that.
it would be kind of fun to have.
I
that
mean, we could even make it. Yeah, that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, just to have that as, but I mean, that's not really different than I remember the first time I was like hearing like, oh, and then the band bought a house, and I'm like, could you imagine being a band that buys a house? And then it's like, well, if you LLC, and then it's like easy to buy property, and that only makes sense, whatever. But like, duh, you just become an adult and figure out that's how life works. But also, there's so many of these bands that do have these like little mini, I don't know, compounds or whatever. It's just like, oh, we built a recording studio.
That's
It's
cool.
in this location, and it's actually a house, so we can stay there if we want to stay there.
Yeah,
You know, but like there's also, we could just go in and stay there for a month, and we have an album recorded. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, damn, that's pretty cool. You know, written from scratch in a month, done.
There's,
It's like, wow, that's wild.
yeah, everybody needs a place like that.
It would be fun to have
I
one.
think
but also like,
that would be great.
if you were going to own it, that's neat. But like at the same time, imagine trying to own a place like that and run it, and then like, how do you charge
Yeah.
people to be in it?
Yeah.
So there's obviously this weird like,
It would almost have to. I mean, have to be
But then we're just right back to a recording studio with session
You're right.
musicians,
Yeah, that's
basically.
exactly what we're doing.
Yep.
Let's just build a house then and just have a beer fridge out in the corner, right?
Yeah, basically.
And then with a whole studio.
But in all honesty, if you just want to put music out for the fun of it and just say that it's there and you've recorded something, or you want to make demos or things like that, like that's more than possible. Guess what? You go get a $200 computer and then you get a $50 interface.
Right there, literally.
And you're done. You got a recording studio in your house and there's a
Here's
fridge over there with
that
you.
is, I got all the stuff to record. Still don't know how to use it yet.
Why not?
I don't know. I've been sitting there dinking around with it, and I probably could do my acoustic and my guitar.
Yeah.
And I could probably figure that out, but I just don't.
I
I just go to Jesse's because he's got it over there, right? And
yeah.
he likes to do that stuff.
And he likes to do it, yeah. Well, I mean, there is a learning curve to it.
There
first
is.
and foremost. You can't just like plug it in and it all works.
It's just not my thing.
I
I just want to play and sing and write songs.
I get it, but this is the dumbest thing ever. But this is why those people have those jobs and why studios exist, is because people like you, and honestly me, because I've recorded stuff for people. I'm recording this right now.
Yeah.
Is it amazing? No. It sounds fine. I'll do demo type stuff, but
that's where
I would rather just have somebody else do it.
Yeah,
It's kind of like
Jesse's good at it. I mean, he's getting even better and better every time we dink around, And I'm like, well, you can do it then, because I'm already creating content. I'm already taking care of giving guitars away. You know what I mean? I want to play music. I want to write music. I have to book all my gigs. I still book all my gigs. I mean, it's just nonstop. So is that another thing that I want to worry about? Spend money on?
Yeah.
Or just go to my buddies and spend the afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's a hobby. You have to spend money on it to figure it out, I'm
not going to get rich off of recording music. I mean,
up until you get good enough at it where somebody can pay you, it's just a hobby. And I'm not trying to be like, hey, but like that's kind of like guitar. Like up until a certain point, it's only a hobby for you unless somebody was willing to pay you for it. At which point you're turning the money expense around.
How blessed are we to be able to do that?
And dude, I have the craziest moments where I am just like beyond elated by the fact that anybody even gives two cares that I can pick up a guitar and do this.
That's awesome.
I do, and pays me to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm so freaking thankful. It is insane. I cannot describe.
Did you think of that? You were going to be doing that 20 years ago?
No,
I didn't either. I mean, I was a drummer.
Even 10 years ago. I was like, I never would have imagined this.
Yeah, and I'm the same way. And the outpouring of support for local music in the last 10 years has just skyrocketed around here.
I would say that.
And not just around here, it's all over. Like, I mean, I play in Minnesota, and I play in Florida, and I play in Tennessee, and South Dakota, and, and all that stuff. And it's just, music is everywhere again right now.
Yep.
And the people are like, oh, I don't know, it's getting, it might be a hard time to be a musician. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? Put music out. Go out and play.
Oh,
Go out and book a show. Everybody's looking for entertainment.
Dude, it's not hard. I don't know. I feel like, okay, remember how like I've looked at like comedy was kind of a big deal, leading into like the 80s and the 90s, and all of a sudden it was just like boom, it was done. But there for a while it was like we knew you could name like probably a dozen comedians from the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like all of a sudden it's like name me a comedian from early 2000. It's like it's not stand-up comedian. It's like not really that.
I mean, there were.
I could do some, but
I remember like Andrew Dice Clay and stuff like that. But when was that in the 90s?
Maybe late 80s.
80s?
But even
that's when.
But even still, like I feel like there's this point in time where there's going to be a fall off. The bubble's going to burst.
But look at the resurgence of comedians now.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It's like, well, that's 30 years later though, too. But,
true, but was there always?
It's an ebb and flow. It's an ebb and flow.
You're right. You're right. Comedy did drop off, but then you had the Jeff Foxworthy and those guys, right? The redneck.
Yep.
That was funny for a while.
Yep.
And then Ron White came out of that, and and Larry the Cable Guy, and all those guys, and then all of a sudden, now all of a sudden, Bert. Here's this guy that takes his shirt off, Bert Kreischer, and I watch him religiously.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan, I listen to a lot, right? And the kids are starting to listen to that now. Like my kids are like, oh yeah, we listen to Joe Rogan all the time or whatever.
Yeah, but your kids are also like 20,
Right.
So
they're
like,
in college and stuff. Yeah. What's the next one going to be? There's always going to be somebody next.
Yeah. Dude.
Right?
True. Yeah.
And that's another great thing about watching. Look at these younger kids. Look at Cullen Coyle and stuff, and he's getting up and playing it at 13 years old, and he's going to continue to do it. I mean, he's already got it in his blood that he wants to do it already. That's awesome. That's cool. That's the next generation coming up. Just like comedians go through that, sports goes through that the same way.
Yeah, but generally, culturally wise, because there was a point in time where like music wasn't as supported, local music, as it is now. Like I would say if you go back 10 or 15 years, I've dabbled in a few different scenes and just seen how it kind of like ebbed and flowed. The Des Moines, music punk rock, metal, heavy music scene.
It got weird for a little
it comes and goes, and like I'm sure it's no different than around here, but like nowadays it does, it's like everywhere there's music and there's enough support for it. I'm worried the bubble's going to burst eventually, but at the same time, like
it may.
I feel like there's people, like you said, if there's people out there that are like there's too many musicians, I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
It's just like I said earlier, it's just how does one stay relevant? You have to keep on changing your sets, learning new songs, writing new songs, keeping your shows fresh. That's going to keep people coming back for more.
Yeah.
It's a journey. They're on a journey. Your fans are on a journey with you as an artist. Your true fans.
Yeah.
And those are the ones that, as an artist, you need to cling to, because those are the ones that will help you out, hands down. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When you're, hey man, I'm going to be in Tampa, Florida. You guys gonna be around? Yeah, come on over.
Yeah.
And then you go over, and then your fans turn to friends, and then the next thing you know, they're helping you support your music, and you got half of a neighborhood listening to your music down in Tampa, Florida, on top of that. And it's pretty cool how that all works.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, they're following you on social media.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It's weird how technology like that, social media, and everything that we are doing, it changes things. But if you still go out and you still put on a kick-ass show every single time you're out there, and you have fun with your fans, right? Mm-hmm. And you enjoy your show, and you're truly enjoying it, they're going to keep coming back for more, and they're going to bring their friends, and their friends are going to bring their friends, and every time you're in that area, all of a sudden they're like, oh man, Kirkhart's over here, or Section 7's over here, man, let's go, the Show Brothers, Jesse Wilson, let's go Tank Anthony, let's go Jeremy Ober, mm-hmm. Look at all these people, and they're all friends of mine, right? So now all of my fans are listening to their music as well.
Yeah.
That just keeps continuing to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And we couldn't do that without the support of our original fans.
Yeah, absolutely.
That have become friends. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Here we are.
Dude, I don't know. This is we're getting close to the end here. I don't really have too many other questions.
Yeah, I didn't.
That feels like a good way to end it. Scott Kirkhart, ladies and gentlemen. There's been times where Scott's tried to insult people and he was accidentally nice. That's just the kind of the guy you are.
Yeah, I'm not trying to insult anybody. I swear. I just want to get along.
He's like, get a load of this guy. He plays the guitar really well. It's like, wait, what? Like, okay.
He does.
So I don't know.
He really does.
It's super cool seeing you out and about. I've seen you at a lot of jam nights lately.
We've had a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's nice to be busy.
Yes. Again,
like I said,
weirdly thankful.
The great words of Sammy Hagar,
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go out, it's a New Year's Eve, or every time that we go out, it's somebody's birthday, or something like that. We get to live like that.
Yep.
That's a pretty cool way to live.
That is pretty awesome.
And I'm pretty blessed to be able to do it.
That's pretty cool. Oh, man. God, I feel like I had something else to add in there. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll go on the ending.
Yeah, we'll see if I remember by the ending. But, dude, thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, dude.
There we go. Episode 284 is done. I like this episode. Actually going back through and re-listening a little bit to it. pretty fun. Just this literally just feels like a conversation. Like we were just sitting there talking anyways and just hit record on a microphone. That's fun. I feel like the more organic it is, the more we kind of get to know people and kind of feel what they're like, just on a regular one-on-one basis. Scott's such a good guy. He's such a fun guy to be around. Every time I sit and talk to him, it's just like, yep, yeah, I like this guy. He's pretty fun. It was good time hanging out with Scott there. Thank you, Scott, for joining me on the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you check out all of Scott's links down below. I want to say thank you again to the Fort Dodge Fine Arts Association and audiblefarm.com for basically everything. That's about it, everybody. Thanks. Peace.